Hey peeps, what's going on? Welcome to the SNF. Well, we fucked that up.
It's all good, bro.
SNM show. You know, it's me and Sarab back here again. Time to educate you guys on another topic. See, Sarab, what is it that you wanted to talk about today?
You know, today it just hit me. I want to talk about a little bit of the dating game right now.
Yep.
How it's going for men, the state we're in, how women are these days. I feel like a lot has changed. So, yeah, man, let's get into it.
Sweet. Yeah, let's talk about it. So, obviously, everything's changed a lot since the world's changed a lot now. But I feel like we can still educate you guys on what needs to be done in order for you to still be able to get a good girl and not have all these girls think of men as just, thirsty men and women also looking for way past what am I trying to say?
Like, they want an established guy kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
They don't want
Way
to
out
like
of their
go
league.
way out of their league. Yeah. They don't want to have to go through the grind with you anymore.
Exactly.
That kind of thing. Right?
Yeah, they don't want they just want somebody established, even though they're like a low rating and they barely work on themselves, but they want a man who's like worked on themselves, fully fed, got money, got everything, right? And this is where like a lot of you guys are ending up lonely, paying for pussy, and overall just like going for anything you can find. Plus, treating those girls a lot better than they really deserve because they don't even treat themselves good.
100%. Well, this also like ties into what we were talking about last week, right? You're talking about how women want a guy with the whole package, which is like kind of what we were talking about last week, right? Like, in order to escape your depression and your problems, you're gonna have to become this guy, and once you become that guy, then you can attract these women who have all these requirements that you have to have, rather than going through the grind with you.
Exactly. Now we can get anybody. You don't have to settle for the low numbers of like just annoying women who are gonna nag you.
Yeah.
And just like overall not be your peace. Be your war. Even though you're going out there every day and facing war, which is work, traffic, money problems, So
100%.
First question I had for you, Sarab, is like, why do you think women feel like this nowadays?
Well, okay, so from my experience, like from dating like in 2016-ish to or 2018 to now, there's been a big change. And obviously it's been happening, I think, obviously since the whole feminism movement. Now, I do want women to have rights and all that. Like, I do think women should have rights. Let's get that out the books right away. But I think slowly over time, what's basically happened due to, in the last 10 years, thanks to social media and dating apps, is that women only go for the top guy, which is exactly what we're saying. Like, a lot of them don't really want to grind with you. That's why you see a lot of girls who are really annoyed now that like guys want to go 50-50. They don't like going for coffee dates on their first date anymore. That used to be a thing. You can like literally go on a coffee date with a girl and get to know her.
Like, it wasn't about money. It wasn't about having a fancy date at all. Just get to know each other.
Bro, on that note, one of the guys I play basketball with, bro, we were talking last week and he's like, he was about to go pick up a girl on a date. And she asked him, what car do you drive? He said, she's like, okay, like just so I know what to spot you in.
okay.
Right?
I thought you thought like, yo, you got like a.
But actually, that's kind of what it was.
Yeah.
Because he's like, it's a Honda CRV.
Okay.
She's like, that's not fast enough for me, and unmatched him right away.
No way!
I was like, bro, this really happened? He's like, yeah, this actually happened.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, these are the things that are like going on right now. We're like, bro, if you have a Honda CRV, bro, it's good enough.
That's at least a 30 grand car, depending on what year it is.
Yeah, but like, what do they expect? So basically, to your question, social media and dating apps. What happens on dating apps is the stats show, like you can look this up, women are swiping maybe like 5 to 8% of the time, and guys are swiping 80 to 90% of the time. So
some of you guys are just doing 100. You're just like not even looking at the screen. You're just like
just keep going.
Just keep going. Oh, I ran out of likes. Oh, let me pay for Tinder. Like
yeah. Like, oh, it's showing me one girl liked me out of 50. Let me go pay and see who liked me, and then you end up finding out it's a spam account.
You guys got scammed by Tinder.
Yeah, man, I get scammed out here. So what happens is when girls barely swipe and guys are swiping so much, girls are literally getting thousands of matches. Thousands and thousands of matches. They're getting like top guys, because guys, even the top guys, like guys who are 9s or 10s, by nature they're gonna smash. If you give them a girl who's a 5 or 6, they'll smash. They won't wife.
But when you say 8 or 9 for men, That's not looks, right?
Not looks.
That's
I mean,
just-
like he has the package, you know, like
Yeah.
probably talking about he has the car, the job, the money, the freedom to do what the fuck he wants.
That's like a man version of 8'9".
Exactly.
A woman
a
is
man's
like
version
looks.
of like a woman model or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah,
You know?
that's right.
So then what happens is when like, and I've been on like dates with average girls and they show me their Tinder and they're like getting thousands of matches and I'm like, bro, you're average as fuck. How are you getting this much attention? When they get that much attention, they don't have the need to self-improve,
Yep.
right? Like our whole thing, what we're trying to do is help men self-improve, but you won't find women having channels like this or trying to create movements where they want to empower. Their way of empowering women is like, oh, twerk it at the fucking club, be independent. That's their empowerment. Like our empowerment is about improving ourselves. They don't have the need to improve themselves. A lot of girls I meet who are like average, they don't even want to hit the gym because they're like, oh, I'm already getting enough male attention. I want to hit the gym, I should, but they don't have that like urge
Yeah.
the way we do. So yeah, I think, man, dating apps and social media have really ruined it. And like a lot of you guys just keep DMing fucking women, sliding in the DMs, just showing them so much love right off the bat. For what? Like, for what? Like, what has this woman done to deserve that? So,
Yep. And you guys don't like. It's not gonna get you anywhere.
yeah.
Liking all their posts, DMing them, telling them they're beautiful. Like it's gonna get you nothing. All you're doing is putting them on a pedestal where they're looking at you like you're just their fan. Right?
And
So you're saying women live on easy mode?
well,
In terms of
like, so in terms of like, obviously, like there are a lot of women who still have to work and go through the grind that, you know, I guess we do as well. But I think they get life a little bit more opportunities than men. And they also get the option of being like, oh, I can just go find a successful rich guy who can kind of like give me what I want. Whereas as the guy, we have to become that guy.
yeah, of course.
Right? So, yeah. I think dating apps, social media just taking a toll on people. And it ties into what we talked about once again with masculinity being at its lowest, which has created masculine women, feminine men, masculine women. And I see it just every day in society. Even like, you know, people I work with, like they're on maybe dating apps and right off the bat, they're just telling a girl, oh, hey, you're like the most beautiful girl I've ever met.
That's the worst line.
That's the
ever.
worst thing. It's like,
That's the worst line.
right off the bat, women, bro, they're like sharks now. They're gonna fucking smell blood and throw you to the side.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. Well, like, what do you think is making men do all this? Is it just loneliness, thirstiness?
well, yeah, man. Like the average guy now is like, and like I guess we're average men too. But like, I think I've been having like success in some ways that like other guys are don't. And like the average guy is basically like invisible.
Yeah.
Because like I said, right, when women are swiping and getting so many matches, they're only gonna look at their top matches, and like the average guy is like just getting leftovers. And what happens with men is like we're living in a time where masculinity is like on attack, which is what's making men be like this and enable women. Obviously, like it ties into everything's poison. The food we eat, the water. You have a water filter now, right?
Yeah.
Fucking, at least, you know, you're taking steps.
Yeah,
fucking-
take that fluoride out.
Yeah, take that fluoride out, and like, you know, even they say there's atrazine in the water, which turns frogs gay. They have all types of shit in our water, bro.
Yeah.
So masculinity is on attack just in terms of like what you're putting in your body. Then what you see in society, you know, you see like females using this term called toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
But you never hear the term toxic femininity.
Yeah.
It's like, what is toxic masculinity? And like, if a policeman or a firefighter goes into a building and saves a girl from a fire, is that toxic masculinity? Like,
That is masculinity.
that's masculinity.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
so like,
men
what
being
does
men.
toxic mean? Like, I think it's just like a made up construct.
I think so too.
100%. You know, it's
You
a
know?
fucking made up construct that they use to bring down men. Because, bro, a world with strong men who think critically and free think and don't fall into government psyops is the government's worst enemy.
Exactly.
So they're like, all right, let's make men docile.
Yeah.
Let's trick women and say you're being empowered with this whole feminism movement. And men think like, oh yeah, you go girl, you go girl.
Mhm.
There's so many dudes in relationships I see who are like, basically their wife's bitch.
Yeah.
Or their girl's
Wife
bitch.
runs them. Yeah.
Wife runs them,
Makes
wife
all the
is-
decisions.
makes all
emotional
decisions. And it's like, I'm not saying a girl shouldn't be able to have a say in a relationship, but bro, if she's the one running the show, she'll lose respect for you eventually, and you lose respect for yourself.
Yeah.
And ultimately, you'll just end up getting broken up with, and she'll move on and fuck a bunch of other guys, and you'll be sad about her. And
Yeah. You'll be sad. You won't do shit up.
so,
Like,
yeah, I just think, we're in a time where masculinity is under attack, and from the moment we're in school, people are just following it, this whole narrative, and so when dudes come out of university, like dudes go to university, and you learn fucking taking courses like gender studies, and social like all these social courses that just basically make men even more and more docile and less masculine, and like this whole college culture really ruins men. And by the time they're in the workforce and by the time they're looking for girls, they're lost, and they just take whatever girl they can get, and then they're in like a shitty sexless marriage 10 years later.
Yeah.
Like, this is the shit that goes down, man, and I
does.
see it as a single guy. So
Yeah, and I see it like just with, quite honestly, all my clients. A lot of my clients, like the woman just makes all the decisions, and the man has got no say. And it's
Because certain times, your male clients will be like, oh, give me 1 second, let me ask my wife for the payment or certain stuff, right?
there's that because that's sometimes just a way to kind of like delay them having to think about it, or them just wanting to get out of the whole situation of being sold on the program. But like even when they're here in person after they bought the session, like they can't make like logical decision for the dog. They're not able to, because the woman's like, no, let's treat the dog like a human and this and that, and they're just making like really silly emotional decisions that's not gonna benefit what they came to me for, right? But if the man just stood up and be like, hey, we paid him for this, like for this knowledge, let's take it and apply it, let's make our lives better with our dogs, but they can't do it. They can't even say those things to their woman.
Mm-hmm.
So woman's literally like, no. And I hear guys complain all the time to me. It's like, oh, sometimes when I'm like trying to discipline the dog, she stops me, and I'm there like literally telling her, yo, you can't do that. And she'll be okay to me, because guess what? Like, she feels that energy from me where I'm like, you gotta do it. What do you mean? Like, you paid me for this. But again, I'm with the same like that with my own woman.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you say that, like you're trying to discipline the dog, and then their wives or girls are like telling them don't. That's almost what happens with kids nowadays too.
All the time.
Like the dads are trying to discipline their kid, who's just being.
Which is what he's there for.
Yeah, which is what he's there for, right?
Yeah.
He's a disciplinarian.
Exactly.
Mother's
He's the one who should
nurturer.
be saying no all the time.
All the time,
kids,
he's trying to, and then the wife's
to.
coming in and just going behind his back and like ruining what the dad does,
Exactly,
basically, and spoils the kids. So
a man and woman in a relationship should be a team, but the media and everything got all these guys like thinking another weird way. Even 20 years ago, this was the norm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The woman let the man lead, and their lives were much better.
And you know what? Even for us, just saying shit like that, like, oh, a man should lead the relationship, bro, a bunch of women would hate us for that. Like, if this were to ever reach, like, the views of a lot of people, bro, you'd get a lot of hate for this.
Yeah.
Well,
They gotta understand, too, there are men out there who are just cucked out and feminine. We're talking about masculine men. You should let masculine men lead.
Absolutely.
But the problem is, a lot of men aren't masculine.
Yeah.
So the women end up having to be masculine.
To be that, yeah, exactly.
So they can actually like lead the family, and we're not blaming you ladies either. Men just gotta be more masculine. They gotta take the stand. You gotta be ready to literally leave that woman so she can learn from it, and you can also be a better man, right? But if you're not ending that relationship where she's taking control and she's like, nope, I'm not listening to you, not making any decisions, then you're an idiot.
Absolutely. And a woman will respect you more if you can't have the balls to like say like, I will fucking leave this relationship if you continue to behave this way. Like, they'll look at you like, oh shit, this guy, okay, I guess he doesn't need me.
And if they don't take it seriously, then you leave.
And then like they end
stand
up
by the word.
Yeah, you stand by the word, and then they see like, okay, this guy's about his business. Like, he means what he says. So that's a big factor in trying to get respect too. You got to be the kind of guy who's
you have to be the alpha.
Yeah, you have to be the alpha, like not willing to kind of give her the ultimatum, like, yo, I don't give a fuck. Like, you can leave. Like, you can let her know, like, you can leave and I'm good still. If you try to show her, like, oh, I really need you and I have to be with you, like, bro.
Oh, I love you so much.
I love you so much. You're my world.
Like, you're fighting for her when she's not even fighting for you.
Yeah. And it's so sad, like, how, like, I don't know, as for me, like, I feel like I changed so much from when I was 18 to now, because I was the exact guy who, when I was 18 and I had my first girlfriend, I would like put her on a pedestal, And I think over time, what happens is the girl loses respect for you, or like she feels like the grass is greener. There might be some other guys out there who can show me this love too. So yeah, bro, it's all about learning experience, man.
Exactly.
A lot of us have to learn from experience out here. But hey, man, if you can hear what we're saying, you might not have to go through those things.
Exactly, because it's pretty unnecessary. We had nobody to teach us this. We had to literally
Just
go
through
through it
experience.
ourselves, the experience, and like, I feel like, you know, we were just bright enough to kind of learn from it rather than not learn through any of the breakups and keep doing the same shit, hoping for a different result.
Exactly,
You know?
bro.
And that's what they call insane.
Yeah, insanity,
Insanity.
bro.
Yeah.
100%, bro. The
Right?
same shit over and over. Yeah, man. Like,
So like the issue is a lot of men are betas, basically, and
Yep.
women are the alpha. But
Yeah, have to become
over
it, yeah.
time, the girl will leave
Yeah, she'll leave
because
because
she
like,
wants the alpha.
yeah.
She wants the leader.
exactly.
So
they realize themselves eventually they want to be taken care of, and they want a guy
Yeah.
to handle the shit, and like they can only be like a masculine woman for so long.
Of course,
It wears
yeah.
off
Exactly.
eventually. And what's funny too, there'll be a lot of women who'll say, "Oh, I'll date a feminine guy. That's not a problem." Yeah, at first you will. Like, you'll date him for 1, 2, 3,
Very
maybe
temporary.
up to 5 years, and then you realize, yo, this is not for me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sick of this. Like,
Psychologically, like, they don't want that. But even though they may not know that, they really don't want it. They really don't want a man who's just gonna, like, make no decisions, not be spontaneous, just like, yeah, no, you do it, you take care of it, yeah, you make the decision, like, you're always so, like, docile.
yeah,
But again, like, this has happened because they wanted it to happen. And you guys gonna be like, who's they? Like, you know, like everybody always asks, who's they? Mainstream media, and mainstream media, if you don't know who's controlling mainstream media, then you guys gotta look into it more.
Israel.
Trust, you know?
Trust, you know, it's fucking.
Gotta open your mind to it. Right now,
Yeah.
all the social media, all this, like, just sitting down, having no discipline, no drive to make yourself better is what's making you just lay there and just be like, I'm just gonna drink my beers and just, you know, let whatever happens.
And then on top of that, the fucking problem with a lot of dudes is that they fucking do that shit where they're just lazing around, being bums, and then they jerk off.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't do anything to improve yourself, and then you're busting a nut. So like your brain, you're basically triggering your reward center, and you're like, oh yeah, I get to reward myself for being in bed all day
Yeah.
and just eating garbage. And
Yeah,
it's like,
which is the worst
but
thing.
it's like a forever cycle though.
and then it's like a
It
forever
keeps you
cycle
stuck,
because
keeps
you
you
get
stuck,
addicted to that. Like you're addicted to your comfort zone. Then you're like, oh, I want to feel that dopamine, so I bust a nut and watch porn and ruin your brain. And like that's the problem too. To your question on why a lot of guys are this way too, it's because a lot of dudes be watching too much fucking porn out here, man.
Yep. I don't give a fuck what anybody says about it being healthy.
Bro.
Fuck porn.
Bro,
Cut that shit
I
out.
remember in high school, because bro, we've all done it, right? I used to jerk off and watch porn in high school, and I remember, like, a part of me, at the end of, like, every time I busted a nut, I used to feel like this is so wrong. In my head, I'm like, wait, like, why am I doing this? Like,
Well, yeah,
something
yeah.
about this feels off.
You look at yourself degraded.
And then I would, like, Google, like, oh, is it okay for teenagers to, like, you know, masturbate and shit? And, like, bro, the internet's saying, oh, yeah, it's healthy for a male, if you're a male over 16, you know? You should, it's totally normal to watch pornography and freaking jerk off. Like, bro, in what world is it normal for people to watch two people fucking on a screen?
Yeah.
Low key, I even used to think at times it's a little gay because it's like, especially if you're watching like a guy fuck a girl, you're watching another dick. Like,
Yeah.
like why are you watching another guy fuck a girl? Like,
So
why?
like watching porn, you're basically a cock.
You're cooked unless you're watching lesbian porn. But even then, it's like,
Even then, it's like you're still getting like all these hot girls with no work.
yeah,
None at all. Like
Yeah.
you did nothing. You just scroll and look for them, and that's your work. Just scrolling on your phone. Just she's hot. Oh, I'm gonna jack off to this. Or there's two girls. You're still like
bro, it's
you don't deserve that. You actually don't deserve that gal.
100%, bro. Like,
Also, these apps kind of reel you in because there's all these hot girls, half naked girls.
Of course, yeah, all the time.
And then
Instagram
after
is
a while,
basically another
you go to
site.
porn.
After
You
a
go
while-
horny and you go to porn.
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
absolutely, bro. Like,
Probably try to search that same woman. You don't know that
Or one
same
that
woman,
looks
so
like
you'll
her.
be like, I want a blonde
slim
today.
Latina,
Exactly.
some shit like that, you know?
Or, you
like-
know, or a blondie white girl,
Oh yeah,
like,
blondie
you know, whatever
with
the
thick
fuck.
ass, some shit, bro.
Yeah, of
your
course.
mind like gets in the gutter, and then like it ruins your expectations when it comes down to actually having sex with the girl. Like you expect this girl to be like some crazy porn star.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's another thing too. Like, you know, like you gotta build these girls to be your own porn star. You won't get that in the beginning,
Facts.
and you're honestly not even gonna get a girl when you watch too much porn because you look at women very like just sexually, just everything, objectively.
Objectively, yeah.
Right? And that ruins how you even talk to her.
Bro.
You're not able to just like connect.
Even like
And,
a
like-
fucking cashier, you'll be sexualizing her
Yeah,
right away.
like,
It's
yeah.
yeah.
Somebody comes to drop off some mail to your house, like the mail woman, and you'd be thinking about like, you know, one of these porn scenarios.
Yeah.
You're gonna end up
You just go
fucking
search
her.
bail,
Yeah.
bail thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, legit.
It's not gonna happen. You guys are getting brainwashed, you know, and like you're not getting any girls that way.
Also, if you quit porn, the chance of you getting girls, you kind of forced to go out there in the world.
Yeah. Like if you want to have that feeling of fucking busting a nut, you realize, okay, I have to go talk to girls now.
Yeah.
And make
It's
it
a full
happen.
circle. It comes back to like
Yeah.
like what you were saying originally.
Yeah.
You know, like just like you make your dopamine your receptors are being hit when you go watch porn from
Yeah.
doing nothing.
Do nothing,
You're just gonna
yeah.
keep doing it. But
Exactly.
if you cut out that whole option, then like you'll have to go get a girl. You'll have to learn how to talk to them. You have to learn how to be confident.
Yup.
A lot of you guys can't even talk to women, like at all. Like
Yeah, bro. Like I think there's a stat that shows the average man from 18 to 30, 1 in 3 men 18 to 30 are virgins. Are virgins, bro. Like by 100% no, that's not the case in women.
yeah,
Otherwise, there would be
Oh, hell
a
no.
stat for that, right?
yeah.
Like that shit doesn't.
And some
exist.
men want to be virgins, some women want to be, but we're not talking about them. We're talking about you guys who are like desperate, you know,
Yeah.
really want to have sex, but like you just have no idea how to even talk to a girl to get her that far to actually want to have sex with you.
Yup.
You don't even look at women like, let me actually qualify this girl to see if she's a good girl for me. Nope. Even if you do talk to a girl, you're just like trying to, you know, like make yourself seem like the best guy through her.
Yeah, you're selling yourself.
You're selling yourself.
You're selling
like, yeah.
yourself, and like you're qualifying yourself for
You're
her.
lying. You're lying to her. All that stuff.
Boosting
you know?
yourself. Whatever you can do to get her
That's
attracted
smash.
to you, and then smash.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big point, man. Yeah, you have to qualify the girl. Like
Yep.
she can't like obviously. I think for most guys, it's like the attractiveness first. Okay, is she good looking? Does she meet my attractiveness? Okay, but like
Put that shit aside.
Yeah,
you
put
know?
that shit aside. Then like really get to know this girl's mental capacity. Like, and even if she's maybe not on the right mental track, see her. Is she like somebody who can listen and maybe you can like coach?
Yeah. You gotta be open minded for that.
Open minded, yeah.
You gotta
And
find that
then
out
you'd be
too.
like, okay, at least that's something you can work with. And then another thing I also want to say is like, okay, this is like a little bit more spiritual, but bro, like, every time you just jerk off and bust a nut, you're giving your like your essence, your
Yeah.
away to your fucking hand or nothing.
Yeah.
Like your fucking sperm has the ability to make life.
Yeah.
It's your life force, right? And there's so many like nutrients in your sperm, like zinc and copper and all this shit. And it's like you just jerk off and you give that away, and that's why, you jerk off, you get tired.
Mm-hmm.
You're jerking off all day,
That's why people do that semen retention.
semen retention. They start saying like, yo, damn, like once I overcame my addiction, like my energy was amazing. I was able to transfer my sexual energy into like my actual work. That's a big thing a lot of people say. And yeah, that's something I try to do as well. Like sexual energy is like very like powerful, and if you just transfer it to like hitting the gym or whatever you do in your work, you're gonna do much better in those aspects.
Yeah.
So I think like a lot of people will think it's mumbo jumbo. Oh, you like there's no proof, but it's like, bro, it's your essence as a man. Like this is your life force. You're just giving out. Even to the extent like once you can get girls, right? This is like my journey, right? Because I struggled for a little bit to get girls when I broke up. Then I was able to finally get girls. Then you might get into the trap of hooking up with a bunch of girls who are just not good quality people,
Mm-hmm.
right? And like I won't even go into the whole thing about energy exchange. That's another thing too, but that's a little bit more out there. But when you're just busting to random girls too, that takes a toll on your thing as a man too. Like I know like fucking like there are a bunch of rich men out there who can like sport fuck like crazy, but I think they're dealing with like they have a lot of money and only certain dudes can pull that up. But if you just fucking like trash girls every week, bro, it's gonna take a toll on you spiritually too, and who
Yeah.
you are as a person.
Exactly.
You're gonna end up lowering your values and your morals just to be with these like people who are more trashy,
Yeah. Yeah.
for
Exactly.
better word,
Exactly.
you know.
Yeah.
So I think that's a big thing too, but a lot of people don't realize. And in school, in health class, they're teaching you like, yeah, it's okay to masturbate. It's okay to like. They should say like, yeah, if you need to like release here and there, you should. But they should teach you the discipline of like not doing that
Yeah.
and the power you have. But obviously, why would they teach that?
Of course not. Like, they have you masturbating, you're more docile.
Yeah, big time, bro. I've seen the difference when like I used to be in high school and used to jerk off a lot, and like I used to be so tired at times and just want to sleep all day.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
exactly. No drive.
no drive,
Shooting out your drive. At
shooting
nothing.
out your fucking drive, and it's like
Exactly. So what it is, guys, is you gotta when you meet women, you gotta qualify them, figure out whether they're even worth your time, and when you do it this way, the woman will find you more valuable because you're not just selling yourself to her. You're trying to find out whether she's good for you, and that way she'll end up actually trying to sell herself to you, right? And again, this should come more after you have money and you establish yourself in terms
Yeah,
of
once
like,
you're
your
more,
body.
more established.
Yeah,
100%,
right.
yeah.
Like I like in a way, what's done is done. But if I could go back, I wouldn't waste so much time talking to these girls.
yeah.
Like, you know, I just like here and there. I guess I had sex, but I wouldn't waste too much energy, time, or money on them because like they're not even worth it in the end. Sex isn't that good. Like,
Like
was-
once you have a lot of sex, it's like all right. It's
okay, yeah,
like it's not like there's so much difference between pussies.
yeah,
Like,
100%.
pussy
What
to
actually
pussy.
got me over just having sex with random girls is I didn't like sex with a condom. Like I just didn't enjoy it. I'm like, it's fucking shit. The woman is whatever. Like I just didn't enjoy it. That's when I started like trying to look for a girl who's actually worth it. It all kind of started from there. Where I'm like, it's not really worth having sex with a girl. Like when they're, especially because if they're trashy.
Yeah.
And I do believe in that energy exchange. Like I know you didn't want to go too deep into it, but like I feel
Okay,
like
we can.
yeah, like freaking bad energy is bad energy. You know, like the more you hang out with her, you're just gonna
Absolutely.
feel trashy and like
Well, what's the term they use when you get disease? STD.
yeah.
But it's not just a sexual transmitted disease. It's a sexual transmitted demon, bro. You're taking on
yeah.
these bitches' demons, bro.
Yeah.
These girls that you're just hooking up with, you're taking on their demons, and it's happened to me, bro. Like there's certain girls I've hooked up with who I knew were trash, and I just thought like, fuck, I just want to hit it.
Yeah.
And I remember the next day, a few days later, I felt so off, and I'm like, bro, I'm not doing that shit again.
Yeah.
Like you have to really be aware of your who you are and your spirituality and like what you're doing, because you'll notice these changes, man. When you fucking deal with girls who don't have values, and like you might be asking like, what do you mean a girl with no value? I'm just talking about like a girl who like always thinks it's okay to dress provocatively all the time, does drugs, bad habits like pops pills and shit, has just really bad habits like fucking sleeps late, wakes up late.
Yep.
So yeah, when you deal with these
No
kind
ambition
of
in
no
life,
ambition,
like,
no
yeah.
need to self improve, you're dealing with a woman like that, bro. It's gonna fuck you up, man. So
Yeah, they'll keep you stuck there. You know?
Facts.
And men, like, we need to level up. If you're not leveling up, like, you're not gonna have a good life. Because I feel like as a man, you need to be fulfilled with what you're doing to be happy. But if you're trying to chase happiness by just having sex with random girls, like, you're never gonna really have it. And then just wasted a bunch of years on nothing.
yeah, because you know what they say, like the road to heaven looks like hell,
Yeah.
and the road to hell looks like heaven. So yeah, you might be having heaven, hooking up with a bunch of girls and
Temporarily.
smashing temporarily. You're in heaven,
Yeah.
but you're on your path to hell,
Yep.
and
At one point, you'll crash and you'll just, like, really just hate yourself and
Yeah.
you'll just, like, not want to be in your own skin.
absolutely.
So a lot of feminists say females' past don't matter. What do you guys think about that?
It's a good question. Because it does matter.
It
Doesn't matter where they've been. If they've been just ran through like by a bunch of men, like,
Sorry.
and I know Straw taught me this. Much as I should let him talk about it, I'm gonna just say it. Like, when they've had sex with multiple men, their ability to love is decreased every time. Because a woman does, when they have sex with somebody, they do kind of fall in love with that person. That's just how they are. I think, like,
It's kind of how they're wired.
mentally.
Like
Yeah.
it's actually a drug they released called oxytocin.
Yeah.
Right. They release it more than males.
Yeah. And
So
I see it with girls when I have
yeah.
sex with them. They're more like, oh, lovey-dovey and stuff. Especially when you're one of the first ones they had.
Yo,
right?
yeah, big
Like,
time.
I've
yeah,
always
yeah.
noticed that. And I'm like, yo, I just want to go hang out with the boys now. We're done busting
We're
down
done
out of
busting,
here,
yeah.
you know?
But they've gotten an attachment to you now.
Exactly, you
Because
know?
of that drug,
Yep.
they grow an
I've seen
attachment
it
to you.
all the time, so I know it's a fact. So imagine you've been, like, you're now dating somebody who's had, like, 10, 12 boyfriends. Maybe more. Like, 10, 12 is nothing nowadays.
Nowadays, yeah.
Yeah, well, like, that's
Yo,
disgusting.
that's
Like,
tough.
you know? But imagine you with that woman, she's gonna leave you because she's had so many men. She'll she'll be with you for a bit, but at some point she'll get bored of you.
Yeah.
She probably didn't even love you that much as maybe you loved her. Because men can have sex with many girls, but when there's a good girl they find, and good girl meaning like she's good to you and all that, you can fall in love with her. But if she's not good in terms of like she's had many relationships and many sex partners, so she's never gonna love you the same.
She's
Even
never
if you
gonna-
provide her
yeah.
everything.
Exactly, because she won't even appreciate what like
Exactly.
anything you do for her.
Anybody can steal that girl too from
Anybody
you.
can steal that girl. Exactly. I actually wish I had the study on my head, but they actually did run a study. I forget when exactly, but they run a study where they basically found like when a woman actually has 5 or more sexual partners, her chances for divorce go up like by like 80%, bro. They go up a lot, bro. Just off 5
Just
volume.
from 5,
Just
yeah.
from 5, and like I feel like the average girl now is in the double digits.
Yep.
Big time.
They're trying to be like
Especially-
men.
Especially the high school kids coming out now.
Oh yeah.
I think it's like above, like around 10, even like out of high school.
Yeah, like
now
straight
it's
at
like it's
18. Yeah, they're just yeah, bro.
Yeah, finding that girl, like that girl who hasn't done that, is like a needle in a big pile of haystack. Like, you know?
Facts, man. That's cause like even myself, man. Like they're like I've been dating now for like probably maybe 3-4 years, and like I have to say like I just can't. It's really hard to find a quality girl, man. Like a lot of these girls, even if I have the intention of like dating seriously, it's really hard to find a girl whose mindset is right and like understands these kind of things, like about like you know, I get a lot of my information like which from a guy called Myron, Fred from Fresh and Fit, and he gets a lot of fucking hate, but I love what he does, man. Because he tells it out as it is, man.
Wait, so are we debunking that? So the past doesn't matter.
The past does matter.
Past
For
actually
sure.
matters, like
Certainly
because think
matters.
about it too. If a girl has poor judgment and just chooses so many trash men,
Yeah.
like sometimes your past is also a dictator of your future. So as men, like we have to be worried about our future. So how am I gonna take on a girl who can't even be disciplined in her past?
Yep.
And then a lot of girls will say it's a double fucking standard, right? Like, oh, why is it men can like just hook up with as many girls and think
We're not the same.
it's like, first of all, we're not the same. Like, just girls need to start using basic fucking common sense, bro. It is not, like we just talked about, it is not easy for guys to get sex. It's straight up is not easy. The average guy, 18 to 30, 1 in 3 guys 18 to 30 is a fucking virgin. Struggling to talk to girls. Average dude on dating apps is invisible to women. Like, it is hard for guys to get sex. So when women, like, for women, it's not hard, right? Bro, a woman can go on this, and they actually did an experiment. It was this YouTube channel. They had a guy go around and on a college campus ask 100 women, "Can you have sex?" 0. He just straight up said, "Can we have sex?"
Yeah.
0. A girl did that. I think she got like 70 yeses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, some dudes said no, but majority of the guys are saying yeah. 'Cause that's how
Yeah.
easy it is for a girl to get sex. So it's like,
Like no previous conversation, just
Exactly,
that
like-
straight to it.
yeah, bro. If you're a guy and you're able to hook up with a lot of girls, a lot of girls are attracted to you, you're doing something right. You're bringing some value to the fucking world, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you're not just gonna be a nobody and have a bunch of girls flock at you. It's not gonna happen, bro. You're doing something right. You're providing value to the world.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're a girl and you're hooking up with a bunch of guys, you're killing your value. And like, you need to just simply understand this, right? It's the whole key in the lock analogy. It's
Yeah.
like, what is it? The key that can unlock.
Is a master key.
All right,
A key
any
that
lock
can unlock many locks
is a master key. A fucking
Lock
lock
that
that
can-
can be unlocked by any key is a shitty lock, and that's so
Yeah.
fucking true. And it's like, and you even ask women, right? I like go to a woman who's like, or ask a woman hypothetically, like, let's say you meet your dream guy. Your dream guy. Do you want to like see other guys or sleep with other guys? They'll say no. I want this one guy, right? But you give a guy and you give him the perfect girl, he'll still have that urge because that's how we're programmed. But like girls know deep down they're supposed to just stick to one man.
Yep, they are.
That's the way it is.
That's
like,
how it was for many years.
Yeah.
You know, centuries. It was like that. Like a woman's like ability to have sex with many men was never celebrated. But now it's pushed. Now like you girls are trying to empower other girls because you think, yeah, equality, you can be like men, but it's all a psyop.
Also, another thing is how many kids can a woman have in 1 year?
Exactly.
Yeah, bro. They
One.
can have
How
one.
much can a man have?
Bro,
It's
that-
Many
unlimited.
as he wants.
There's
Yeah.
literally millions.
Yeah.
Attention,
You know,
now.
you can't get caught.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and you know, it's the way we're programmed, right? Obviously, I do think as men, you have to like exercise discipline. And yeah, we have testosterone and we want to do all this, but like you have to kind of follow these points you're talking about, where you're screening a girl, finding a good girl. You're not just hooking up with people of low value. But these are still things to have in mind, even when you can attract girls.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just like abuse your ability to do that.
Yep.
Yeah, big factor.
I can see a lot of guys with money get a lot of women, but they're still not respected.
Big time, bro.
You know?
That's why a lot of these girls like are using these men.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes I just open my Instagram account and be hearing like these fucking stories about women who wake up and just get cash apped.
Yep.
Well, usually,
You
yeah,
guys do
well,
it.
there are actually women out here. Who, now I don't know how much percentage of women, but I'm sure it's a decent amount of women out here, especially in America. I'm sure in like Miami and shit, bro.
Yeah,
you just
yeah.
wake up and you're getting like a $500. So once again, like a woman, it's like she gets that dopamine hit, like dopamine hit. That's money, right?
Mhm.
So she's like, okay, I can just stay in bed all day today and
Yeah.
just watch videos.
Plus, OnlyFans. Some girls make like 200-300K a year,
Yeah.
and that's like a doctor.
Bro, imagine, yeah. Bro, imagine girls who do OnlyFans who are only making like maybe $100 a month. That's a big fucking hell, bro. What
Yeah.
the fuck, bro?
That should certainly make you feel like shit. And why are you even putting yourself through that?
Yeah, like, what the fuck? OnlyFans, bro. The thing is, bro, it's like, once it's on the internet, it's forever,
Exactly.
bro. Like, it
And
might.
Mia Khalifa was trying to take all that back. You know, after she did
Impossible.
all
Yeah, but
that
she-
porn and everything, she was like, "Oh, and I never wanted to do it. I got manipulated into doing it." Like she started
No
taking back-
accountability.
Yeah, not at all.
Never.
You could just say, "Oh, I fucked up." You know, I wish I didn't do it, but I did. But let's move on. I'll be a
Move
good
on.
girl from now. But she can't be.
She can, yep.
Can't. You just can't.
And she
Screw
found a
yourself.
simp to marry her, I think.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
some fucking dude. Even, I don't know if you remember the porn star Riley Reid.
Oh yeah.
She's a Muslim and she wears like the
Riley Reid.
Britney.
Oh,
Brittany
Brittany Griner?
Greener. Yeah.
Bro, that's
Jenner, whatever the hell.
yeah, something. No, she's a light skin.
Yeah, like
yeah,
black
yeah.
girl. Yeah, yeah.
Bro, yeah, she converted to Islam and she said my body counts are erased or something. Some shit like that, bro.
You know how those girls are like, I'm a new Christian or
Yeah.
born again. You're born
I'm born
again.
again,
Like,
so
shut
because
up.
I'm born again, I'm in a new life, so I'm a virgin now.
No, they can convince
Still
themselves
not-
whatever they want, but what's done is done. Can't change that, you know.
Nah, bro, you can't change that. Can't change the past, bro. The past is the past. It's like, what do they say? If like, bro, if you break that glass, and let's just say you can put it together, you have some magic glue. It's still gonna be chipped here and there, small
That's not the
cracks
same.
here and
Yep,
there.
yep, exactly.
It's traumatized.
Yeah, it is. It's changed for life.
Yeah, bro.
Can't ever make it look like it did when it was, freshly made.
Yeah, man. So like, what happens? Yeah, unfortunately, man, when girls keep hooking up with guys, they're taking on trauma, and we have enough trauma in our lives. We don't want to deal with a little bit of trauma. Like,
Mhm.
that's the last thing you want to deal with.
Exactly.
After a long day of kicking ass, you can try kicking your girl's ass mentally.
Mentally, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Because she's trying to kick your ass.
She's trying to kick your ass. She's trying to come at you.
That's why a lot of these girls are gonna end up being single. And a lot of men are gonna end up by just choosing whatever
Passport
they can
bros.
get.
There, a lot of guys are just going overseas. They're called the whole passport bro
Yeah.
movement. Going to
Because if you
places
got
like-
money, you would just find a good girl in the Eastern world.
Yeah, they're going to places like Philippines, even some places in Europe, Eastern European girls. They're going to fucking Thailand. Hopefully not for them lady boys, but these are places where women are just more feminine, man. Like,
and traditional.
Traditional, exactly. That's a big thing.
yeah, man. Like,
Because like all the shit we're saying, the Western girls are like probably looking at this in a different way, like fuck you.
well,
But over there, they're like, I agree.
we're in a time right now. Like, if a girl wants to be a housewife and like raise a family, all the girls will be saying, "Oh, that's all you want to do?
Exactly.
Like, you should be doing more.
Should be focusing on your
You
career.
want to be your man's slave?" That's like, bro, being a mother is like one of the most important jobs.
And there's still girls out there that want to be housewife.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
That's perfectly okay.
100%, we need that.
Like, what?
You need that,
The kids need that.
100%.
The kids of the
bro.
generation certainly need somebody at home with them. Like, rather than them being sent off somewhere else and being indoctrinated every day, 5 days out of a week.
Yeah.
Right? Like, We need housewives. We need women like that.
Like traditional housewives, not like those girls that like ran through and then okay, I'm ready to be a wife now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
No.
yeah,
not
yeah.
those girls.
Not that either. Yeah, yeah. Fuck
They're
that.
still gonna be out there cheating. Then that's why. A lot of them will be.
Yeah, they'll find a way. Like once life gets hard for them again, they're gonna revert to what they do naturally, what they've been doing naturally, and yeah, man. So yeah, I think just with that, like, guys need to really stop simping, man. Really stop simping. Really stop enabling women to have this toxic attitude out here where, you know, you meet a girl on the first date and it's all about what you can do for her. It's not about getting to know each other anymore or really, you know, getting to know the person. It's like, oh, well, what can he do for me? Is he established? Can he pay my bills? Can he do all this? And it's like, as guys, you got to stop putting women on pedestals. Like, you know, we have to work our ass off for everything we get in life. Like, you shouldn't just be, you know, hyping women up for nothing when you have to go through such a hard life. So,
Yep. If anything, she should be like, like trying to hype
She should
herself
be-
up for you.
yeah, like
you know?
you should be at a point and like it, you know, it should be at a point in life where you have all your shit together. Where like a girl feels lucky to be with you.
Exactly.
Not that like you got a girl by the skin of your teeth and now you're doing everything just to keep her.
Sure, yeah,
like,
exactly.
That's not the life you want to live. You know, it's not. You're not gonna be living your best life that way.
Not at all. And you
100%.
guys gotta be smart. Like, just leave her. What are you afraid of? Like a little emotions, a little sadness of the woman not being there.
Yeah,
Like, it's
bro.
all just habits. It's all just like comfortability. You're comfortable with her there. Once she's gone, you're sad, and then you're gonna go back to her.
Facts.
Like,
Also, a lot of times that happens because men that don't have options are going to stick with that one, keep on sticking with that one.
Yep.
But if you're established and you have options, then you know, like,
Yeah,
if she's doing something, like, you can just
bro, it's
tell her to leave.
100%, bro. Because it's so funny, bro.
But
Like,
if that's your only option, you're going to just keep
Yeah,
on staying
absolutely,
there.
bro. If you ever look at a couple who's in an open relationship, like they're polyamorous, guarantee you most of the time the dude is not fucking other girls because he has no other options.
Yeah.
The reason, like usually it's like a girl with colored hair is usually in these relationships, and bro, they're the ones who like keep their man, and then they're going around like fucking with other dudes. And like most of the time, the guy's like, oh yeah, I'll agree to that. Oh yeah, I get to fuck other girls and shit.
I met so many guys like
And
that.
then they realize he's actually not really just able to go get a bunch of girls like that because he doesn't have the package and he just
Yep.
got the girl by the skin of his teeth.
He's happy to just sit at
He's
home
happy to
and
just
play
sit at
games
home.
and have her at the end of the night, even though she got ran through by the two other guys. It's the same
Well, it's
day.
Bro,
That's crazy.
it's just fuck, bro. I actually, bro, it's fucked up, bro. I actually did that one time. Like, that was, bro, it was fucked, bro. I was dealing with a girl,
Yeah.
went to her house.
Y'all like said hi to each other.
Boyfriend's on the couch, bro. He's
Oh,
on the
yeah.
couch watching TV with a dog. And, like, we literally said what up to each other. And, like, then we go in her room, and I'm just like,
And then you get smashed, right?
and we're just like, yeah, just chilling and smashing. And then in my head, I'm like, in my head, the whole time, I'm like, don't think about it. Bro. It's fucking, bro. But I'm like, bro, in my head, this is fucked, bro.
This is so fucked.
This is so fucked. What kind of guy is this, bro?
Yeah. You guys
So
are
I
weird.
saw
That's
that
so
girl. I
weird.
saw that girl twice, and after that, I was like, bro. I told her, I'm like, yo, your boyfriend's hard. He's a bitch. Like,
Yeah.
I can't do this to him anymore.
She probably agreed. She probably agreed. You know, like there's always been other men doing it
Yeah.
to that guy, and that guy just putting up with it. You know, but you
And I
don't
even
know.
asked her, I was like, oh, like how does it work? Like, does he like go around like with other girls? She's like, well, he's totally allowed to, but he's most of the time just tired from work and just comes home. And like I kind of figured out what the situation is like. This guy, he works construction. He works
Yeah.
12-hour days. He works his ass off. He comes home. Bro, man's a tired, bro. You can't fuck your girl sometimes. You're
Yeah.
fucking tired, bro. I just want
Yeah.
to sit on the couch and chill. Oh, but this girl who's been home all day, energetic.
Yeah.
No, I need something. I need dick. I need something. So now, okay, let's do an open relationship. You can sleep with other girls too.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right.
All right.
And then, boom.
I won't
He's
get
got
it.
scammed.
Yep. He's a guy
Yeah, bro,
scam,
it's like-
and he'll stick out that relationship.
So, don't be that guy.
Yeah. And if you are that guy, you're a waste. Like, change yourself. Like, leave that woman. Like, what are you doing?
Man. You know that's not right.
Of course.
Deep down in your soul.
It's desperate.
Desperate.
This is desperation when it puts you in that situation.
Oh,
But like men like that are like a problem to like.
that's what I'm
society.
saying. This is the problem.
Or like men that stay with their girl after she cheats.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing that's crazy to me. Like, how can you stay?
Yeah. How could you?
Bro.
But if it's other way around and she wants to stay, if he's established and
Yeah.
got everything, then
Yeah, because like if she's gonna leave, if a girl's gonna leave a guy who cheats, who basically kind of like
does everything.
provides for her and does things for her and does all this, you're gonna go leave this guy we built this bond with to go find another guy who might not be as doing as well, and then can do the same shit, cheat,
Exactly.
and be a worse partner.
Exactly.
Like
It's not
But
even
like you gotta be like a top 2% to actually.
100%. Like
Like if you're an average guy and you cheat and she leaves,
then you're gonna pay the
that's
consequence.
what
Like
you-
I don't
Yeah.
think you can just be like that. And like
Yeah.
yeah, 100%, man. Well, what time are we at? Probably at 30, 35.
whatever it is.
45.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're gonna end it right there, guys. Usually we just try to hit 45 or less, but get deep into the conversations, and yeah, hopefully you guys learned something from this one, right? Like if it offended you, good. It should offend you because
Yep.
you've been brainwashed for these things to offend you. If you're a woman and it offended you, same thing. You've been brainwashed.
Don't be a
But this is
fucking
literally
shit.
the reality of how men think, how women should be, and how men should be.
yeah.
But somehow we lost ourselves in the last 10 years, 5 years. I don't know. A lot of things have changed. Even the last like 7 years, I would say. I guess.
Yeah. Well, like,
Right.
yeah. For me, I just feel like since 2016, I don't know, something happened in that summer of 2016 that
Yeah.
just changed. And I think 2016, I don't know, every time people talk about it on social media, people are like, oh, summer of 16 was like the best summer ever and shit. Like, I don't know, that's.
I do hear that a lot.
yeah, but like that,
2016
because
was-
that's when girls became empowered to like really be whores. Like hot girl summer
Wait,
became a
once,
thing.
Like, wasn't 2016 the start of Trudeau and Liberals?
That too. Hey, it goes hand in hand, bro.
Yeah, it's all planned out.
Yeah, bro. Don't be a liberal. Don't be a liberal.
Do not be
cuck.
liberal. Do not be liberal.
Be a liberal ass cuck.
Not at all. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next one. That's gonna be the ending every time, bro. Fucking phone.